help with like burnout. I was struggling, he was struggling. Happy 2026. It's been about a month or so since I've done a vlog, more than that, 6 weeks. Now, this vlog is a little bit of a reflection and plans for 2026. So when I look back at this in a year's time, I'm going to go, did we achieve that? Did we not? Goals, something interesting because I want to focus more on the present moment rather than in the future. But I also want to work towards something. Gosh, that sounded so Southern work. Work towards milestones. And anyway, I'm just bringing the horses back in because I've been out on some grass. And I thought I'd take you along with me while we catch up. Okay, I'm just down here with all of them really. Well, most of them. Merlin, TJ and Buddy. So they had about 3 weeks off, and in that 3 weeks put on some serious pounds. So they are in around the shed, but I just let them out for a couple of hours in the morning to have some grass. But yeah, they're both on an exercise thing. Anyway, so a little look back at 2025. It was an amazing year, but there was some amazing highs, which most of you, if you would have followed, you would have seen like, oh my God, look at those horses doing so well, right. But there was some huge lows. So one of the first lows was this boy here. This was supposed to be his season. I hummed and hawed. I put him on the market, then I took him off the market, and then I was like, nope, I took him to Wanaka, and I just loved it. He did so well, and I thought, no, I'm just going to keep him for a couple of years and really see. He's going to be my show horse, because I thought Buddy just wasn't show quality. Didn't he prove me wrong? Which was really cool. Some of the little surprises out of 2025 was that, Buddy is the ultimate, from international judges, ultimate pleasure horse. So, yeah, I'm going to put some clips in about, of Buddy at Christchurch, because he went to Christchurch twice, and twice did really, really well. So that was really cool. But, so, Merlin, vets told us to put him down. So they were thinking, they still have no idea. I'm going to do a whole video on him, but to be honest, they still don't know what's wrong, what was wrong, but he has been 7 weeks symptom free. So we think it was an injury that caused his symptoms, and he's potentially getting over it. So, time will tell with him. I'm going to do a whole vlog dedicated to plans for Merlin. We had TJ have an amazing rider. He took her up through, had a couple of riders actually. She had 3 riders last year, and each and every one of them did some amazing things with her. And then at the end of the year, we saw her really fly, but she's a spicy thing. And this year I've decided to keep her at home, and do some stuff with her. I'm going to talk about that a little bit later. But 2025 as a whole, I said, it has amazing ups, some really big downs. Another big down I had, and this isn't a pity party, but I was genuinely burnt out. There was a few things that happened during the year that were out of my control, that devastated me. And yeah, it had been a long time since I had cried. Like, I think it was a term where I cried like every single day. So, burnout's a real thing. And I have some plans in place to go forward for 2026. I've said yes for another year at Telford. So I'm back at Telford for another year, even though it's one of the hardest jobs, most rewarding jobs, but a really tricky job in the fact that, there's students to manage, and there's horses to manage, and then there's other people's opinions to manage, and I need to find ways to manage that a little bit better. But yeah, back at Telford, and I'm just going to have some boundaries in place to protect myself. Try and leave it at the door, which is really difficult when you've got horses involved. But I do have a really great staff around me that are going to step up, which is great. I got Bud, he's coming back and growing out that mane of his. So yeah, it's not plans for the horses, but really plans for me. And as I say, like goals, this is just things that some milestones that I would really love to achieve this year. So it's been, I don't know if you saw my riding story, check it out, but I'm slowly getting back to where I was, kind of. So this year I want to step back into being more of a competitive rider. I've been doing that in like the showing and dressage realm. I want to do it continue with showing and I'm going to do it with Buddy. So after seeing how well he did with our wonderful ex-student now, Caitlin, it's made me think, right, I want to do it with Buddy. So try and get him to top level pleasure horse. And the international judge has really said that he is the perfect mount. So hit the big shows for pleasure, and he is registered pleasure horse now. And I want to get back show jumping, more specifically show hunter. He's getting the last amount of grass. Sorry. So yes, it's been many years. I went to a show hunter a couple of years ago, and I did it with Buddy, but it wasn't good. I was off balance. I was struggling. He was struggling. This year's goal for Buddy and I is for him to continue his jumping, and me is to get more comfortable, more confident jumping again. So that is on the cards. He's going to continue. We're going to go back to I found a dressage coach who comes down here who's open and okay with me taking the bridle off, and she was awesome because she said that, and I find this really interesting and I want to share it, is that she felt that she had imposter syndrome and that she couldn't help me because she's a dressage rider, she uses a bridle, and I said to her, no, you definitely can help me, and just imagine that I have a bridle on and be hard on me. And she had me doing leg yields, she had me shortening and lengthening his stride, and we started with the bridle and then we took the bridle off, and they were all amazed. But as I said to them, it's the same, whether you've got a bridle on, whether you don't. And it was, I just thought it was interesting that she had imposter syndrome, and she is a Grand Prix dressage rider, so top of her level to say that she had imposter syndrome. And that just shows me that like everyone struggles with imposter syndrome. So yes, more dressage lessons. We'll try and get some jumping lessons. I've got someone I'm really excited to hopefully go back to and get out to some events. Come on. I would love to get him to qualify for Horse of the Year in Pleasure, which he did this year with Caitlin, but then there's no Horse of the Year. So to get him to qualify for Horse of the Year 2027, so that'll be next season. And then also, so Pleasure, which is showing, and then also I would love him to qualify in show hunter jumping, which would mean he has to jump 80, 90 in a meter, to go up. I think it starts at 90 for Horse of the Year qualifier for show hunter. And he isn't the bravest jumper, teamed with, my fears. It's going to take some work. So we've got this season and then all the winter, and we'll just see. That may not happen, but that's kind of a goal, is to get him to show hunter jumping up at Horse of the Year as well. That's a massive goal, but we'll see how we go. We cannot, what they say, you shoot for the moon and you reach the stars. So even if I don't hit the moon, I land amongst the stars. Well, that's him away. Now I'm going to go back to, I'm sorry I'm so close to you. I don't know where my little hoodeki thing is. So I'm going to go get TJ now. Probably should have taken 2 of these ropes. I'm going to close this gate because Buddy loves, that he can open one of these gates. He gets his little teeth in here and then he lifts it. Or he'll put his nose under that top rail there and like lift it off with his nose. He often lets him and TJ out, especially since he thinks he's like hard done by, which he's not. So yes, that's the plan for him. So that's main focus for horses. TJ, which I'm just going back to get. I should have taken 2 halters. Her plan, not being a lease horse this year, if I can help it. I mean, she's always here if a student's horses goes lame or something's going on. But I really want to focus on her and I. And I'm going to include her in the equine enchantment. So we've still got those. We hope to have, I haven't actually talked to the crew, but I'm hoping to have one up Central this year, one back at Mosgiel, and then one in Balclutha. So that'll be a new show. And I'm thinking that she, since I'm focusing so much on jumping and stuff with Buddy, that she will be the horse that I do the equine enchantment stuff on. So yeah, at the moment she's learning how to bow, how to ride bridleless. TJ is going to be more, you might see her out and about. Like William, the last rider, she's had 3 amazing riders, but she really stepped up in her jumping. She was jumping over a metre 10, I think he jumped her in the end. So I jumped her the other day, and I was just talking about jumping, and she was so amazing. She's not at all, she's real brave now. So, she's come in by herself. Fabulous. She'll be like, where's my buddy? So yeah, she's really brave, and I might get her out to some, come on, sweetie. TJ. Now she's like, I'm not coming to you. You can come with me. The wind, that's what the wind did to our shed. So yeah, she might see her out at some dressage, and I might take her to some dressage days because she has it all there. She's just super spicy, and I think she just needs a little bit more time before she has a junior rider on her and they go to horse of the year and that type of thing. She's got all the potential to do it. It's just she can be a bit of a handful. So I'm going to take her back to me, take all the pressure off, and do Liberty. So because I'm training her to be my next Liberty horse, as well as Merlin, as much as he can, it kind of brings me to my next goal / milestone / something that's coming out 2026. Fingers crossed. All right, I've just let both of them in the arena. So I've been asked time and time again, especially this is my 4th year with Telford. Aw, good roll. Hello, TJ. It's my 4th year with Telford, and it's so busy that I don't really have any other time to take out on any outside clients or horses. I think we took on 2 last year. So instead, I have quietly the end of last year, writing some courses, some online courses. So I'm fingers crossed that at least 1, maybe 2 will be out. So I have 3 up my sleeve. One is a well-being one to help with like burnout and just to strengthen connection with the horse, but it's more for the rider, so it's more psychology based and wellness based. And it's giving me a thumbs up. And so that's the first one. It's called, I think it's called Between Bridle and Breath. So that's going to be the first course. The second one is going to be a training course on like groundwork and liberty training. And I think that I'm going to use TJ as one of the horses that I teach her, and then I write the book, and then there's modules for you to complete. And then the third one is a care, online equine care course that goes into poisonous plants, goes into nutrition, goes into all things that grasses, all sorts of really important care things that people really struggle with. So that I see time and time again, like people are genuinely doing the best that they can and just don't have the knowledge. So that will probably be the final one that I put out, and whether that one comes out this year or next year, because I am going to liaise with one of our clients who's the head vet for the area, and just see, like, I'll write the course, and then I teach this at Telford, but I just want input from, industry professionals before I put out a care one, because A, I'm not a vet, and B, I just want it to be the best it can be. And if I can just let some industry professionals in the health realm look at it and tweak it, and that'll be amazing. So 3 courses that I'm working on this year. So 2 hopefully will come out. Right now I'm working on the wellbeing one. You do not need a horse for this. It'd be good if you had the presence of horses, so if you could, you don't have to ride, but that is the one coming out, because a couple of years ago I wrote, mozzies are getting me, the guide to connection lessons I've learnt ebook. So it's just kind of going to be an expansion of that, but there are modules with specific exercises and like writing that, and you do it at your own pace. And along with that, this is kind of me, not the horses. This year I am stepping more into my music. I am going back through. So both of my boys play. So one plays drums and one plays the keyboard / piano and sings. So we're going to get him more into his music, the keyboard and singer, because my drummer, he is doing great with his lessons. And I would love him to start performing, but we'll just see whenever he's ready. The other son who's singing, we are trying to go more back into the country music clubs where I first started, where I found all of my lifelong connections in the music industry. Everyone's like, where did you find the people that play for you, like your band? And I was like, country music clubs. So we're back at country music clubs because it's a fabulous way to A, get experience on stage, B, sing with a band, and make lifelong connections that I still stay in contact with a lot of the people that I met in country music clubs. And while I'm there, I'm going back through all my old chord charts. So every single month I'm going to choose 2 songs that I haven't sung in years. So the last time I went, which was in December, I sung a song that I hadn't sung in 19 years. And I picked it up the day before. I sang it through. I was like, oh yeah, I kind of know it. Then I got on and sung it just in my head voice. And then I sung it with the band. I was like, whoa, it's actually quite a big song. But it was fun, and I'm going to go back down through memory lane. So that'll be some fun wee thing for me to do. I'm also going to try and do a music session once a week here in the shed, and once a fortnight, and do some more covers with my son like we did. And I want to do some more covers. So more music. Because with the music, we've still got a few gigs. I think it ranges about 2 a month. Sometimes in the summer we'll have 3, and then in the winter we might have 1. So I think that's a really good balancing thing, because that's one of the goals, intentions that I have for the year is balance. So I find 2 gigs a month really kind of fits me. It means I still get to share my passion, connect with people, and I just love singing and performing, and which is why I started Equine Enchantment with the big push from my friend Natalie, because I was always like, oh no, I can't do it, and she was like, yes you can, I'm here, we'll do it together. And she loves music and dance and everything too, the whole crew. So yes, this month January we have a wedding and a private birthday, and both I'm looking really forward to. And then March is a little bit more busy. I think we've got 3 gigs. So that is the music side of things. And I would love to start writing for a new album. Did I just say that? Yeah, so, in my mouth. How long has that been there for? So, yeah, I mean, the writing process would take a couple of years, and by that stage, I just would love to have the kids when they are, still young, but, I mean, I just love to have the kids play on a few songs, even if it's just an EP, like 5 songs. But, I mean, that's not going to happen this year, but maybe just start thinking about writing some music again, and yeah, super excited about that quietly. But the more covers I do, to push myself to play different music, to sing different music, to play the guitar more, to get better on the guitar, because I really rely on my oh goodness, what is that on my finger? Guitarists and band, because they are amazing. But yeah, get better on the guitar for me so I can write better songs. And though my son is like, and husband are like, well, if you're going to include the kids in it, dear, they like rock. I was like, yes, I know. So yeah, it's going to take a little bit. So before I end this little vlog, I'm just going to share some photos, moments, videos that I can find, because I need to sort out my storage on phone and the laptop of last year that were really cool, that I'm proud of. And there might be some of the lows in there too, because that is life. It is not like this, is it? And just remember, whatever you see online is literally only the highlight reel of someone's life. So you do not know what goes on behind closed doors and how someone truly is inside. What are you two on? It's a little catch up with me, my aspirations for 2026, some lessons I learned from 2025, because it's not failing, it's lessons, and I learned some valuable lessons last year that I am just bringing with me, but also letting go of as I step into 2026, and I can't wait to take you along with me. Till next time.